Today, I want to share something incredibly powerful, something that can transform the way you learn English forever: reading. Now, some of you might be thinking, reading? That sounds boring! But let me show you why reading is not only exciting but also the secret weapon that will help you become fluent in English. Imagine this: you want to speak English confidently, have effortless conversations, understand movies without subtitles, and express yourself naturally. Reading is one of the most effective ways to make that happen. It's not just about looking at words on a page. It's like stepping into a magical world where you pick up new vocabulary, understand grammar naturally, and learn how native speakers communicate. Reading is like having a personal English teacher that's available to you anytime, anywhere. How reading works like magic: every time you open a book, article, or even a comic, you're having a mini English lesson without even realizing it. The words you see, the sentences you read, and the ideas you understand all work together to build your vocabulary and boost your confidence. Let's say you're reading a story about a girl visiting a new country. As you follow her journey, you're learning new words about places, feelings, and experiences, all without any effort. It's like watching a movie in your mind, but with the added benefit of improving your English. Learn grammar without memorizing rules. One of the most amazing things about reading is how it helps you understand grammar effortlessly. When you read sentences like, "He was running quickly," or "She decided to go to the park," your brain starts to recognize patterns. Instead of memorizing grammar rules, you see them in action. Over time, these patterns become second nature, and you'll find yourself using them without even thinking. Build a powerful vocabulary. Reading introduces you to a world of new words. Think of it as collecting tools for your language toolkit. For example, if you read a story about a jungle, you might learn words like wild, explore, adventure, or mystery. These aren't just random words. They have context and meaning, which makes them easier to remember. Next time you share a story about your own adventures, these words will naturally come to mind. Instead of saying, "It was fun," you'll say, "It was an amazing adventure." Doesn't that sound better? Start thinking in English. A big challenge for English learners is thinking in their native language and then translating into English. Reading changes this. The more you read, the more your brain starts to think in English automatically. For example, when you're reading a simple story about a boy who loves soccer, you get so absorbed that you're not focusing on each word, you're just following the story. Over time, English starts to feel natural, and you stop translating altogether. This is one of the most powerful steps toward fluency. Improve listening skills. You might wonder, how does reading help with listening? Here's how. The more you read, the more familiar you become with English words and sentence structures. So, when someone speaks, your brain can quickly recognize and process what they're saying. It's like listening to a song. At first, the lyrics might be unclear, but after hearing it a few times, you know every word. Gain confidence to speak. When you read often, you absorb the rhythm and flow of English. You start to recognize common phrases and expressions, which makes speaking feel more natural. For example, you might read, "I'm over the moon about this new job." The next time you're excited, you'll find yourself saying, "I'm over the moon." It's authentic, expressive, and builds confidence. Make reading fun and easy. You don't need to spend hours reading every day. Just 10 to 15 minutes is enough to make a big difference. Start with something you enjoy. 1. Stories and novels. Simple books or even children's stories are great for beginners. 2. Short articles and blogs. Find topics that interest you, like travel, food, or hobbies. 3. Comics and graphic novels. Visuals make it easier to understand, and the dialogue is conversational. Point 4. Magazines. Choose one on a topic you love, like sports, technology, or fashion. Turn reading into a daily habit. Make reading a part of your day. Read a recipe, a blog post, or even street signs in English. Every little bit adds up. If you come across a new word, don't stress about memorizing it. Instead, pay attention to how it's used. Over time, you'll see it again and remember it naturally. Build your unique voice. Every story or article you read helps shape your personal style in English. You'll pick up ways to express emotions, add humor, or describe things creatively. Before you know it, you'll be speaking and writing with confidence and flair. The ultimate takeaway: reading isn't just a tool, it's a gateway. It's not boring, it's an adventure. Each book, article, or story takes you one step closer to fluency, one sentence closer to confidence, and one page closer to becoming the English speaker you've always wanted to be. So, grab a book, dive into a story, or scroll through an article. Start today and let reading transform your English journey. Let me know if you'd like further refinements.